are this afternoon's top stories. More commercial development is heading to St. Peter's. St. Lucia's National Security Minister content with degree of security, and Clinton's candidacy has been met with mixed emotions. Good afternoon and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast for today, Monday, April 13th, 2015. I am JD Keynes. In national developments, Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 8, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, says the National Unity Government is working towards increasing commercial development in the St. Peter's area. He told residents that his vision for the area includes residents becoming more self-sufficient.
To have a place where we promote commercial activity so that everybody ain't got to run downtown for everything that you want. And that is going to be a focus of this government. In St. Peter's, we must consider a commercial area where people in St. Peter's are the business people who are doing the business in St. Peter's, and the people from St. Peter's buying from themselves.
Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 8, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton. The police-based community outreach group Operation Future is planning to launch an activity to give young bikers a chance to show off their skills. The group will be hosting a pedal bike rally and competition along Pond Road east of the fire station. According to founder of Operation Future, Lawson Percival, they have noticed an upsurge of young persons on the road on bikes performing stunts, so they want to harness that energy into productive activity.
People may look at it sometimes as, oh, them they just on the road taking up space and doing all kind of stupidness, right? We at Operation Future, we saw that as an avenue for young people to do something positive, because in the outer world, they have that as a sporting recreation facility.
The pedal bike rally and competition is scheduled for April 27th at 2 p.m. Registration forms will be available at police stations across the island. Percival says they plan to make it an annual event. West Indies coach Stuart Williams has been confirmed to take the reins at the St. Lucia Zouks for the 2015 Limacol Caribbean Premier League season. The 45-year-old Division cricket legend and former West Indies team opener will replace Matthew Maynard as coach of the St. Lucia Zouks in the 2015 CPL season. The current coach of the West Indies team played 31 tests and 57 one-day internationals during a fine playing career, even returning to action after having a finger amputated before retiring from the game in 2005. He was Maynard's assistant coach in 2015 and will be hoping to improve on the Zouks' disappointing performance of only 2 wins from their 9 games. Meantime, South African Mickey Arthur will return to coach the Jamaica Tallawers. Australian Simon Helmut will again be in charge of the Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel, and Indian Robin Singh is back to coach the 2014 champions, the Barbados Tridents. West Indies legend Carl Hooper has already been confirmed as Guyana Amazon Warriors' head coach. Regionally, despite the rise in gun violence, St. Lucia's Home Affairs and National Security Minister is content with the degree of security issued to the country's state and justice officials. In an HTS News Force exclusive, the minister remained resolute in bringing the perpetrators of the recent homicides to justice.
The National Security Minister, Philip Lacobinier, in an exclusive with News Force this week, acknowledged the apparent emergence of, in his words, a more sophisticated and ruthless breed of criminal. According to the minister, police intelligence indicates some of the alleged perpetrators are believed to be mere teenagers, not bound by the, quote, street code. However, Lacobinier disclosed the nation's law enforcement authorities are more than capable of doing battle with these offenders and restoring peace on the streets. He said his confidence is unwavering.
I must set the example. If I am saying to the citizens, listen, I have confidence in the work that we are doing, I should be prepared to do it, to walk the city anytime. And in fact, many people don't know, but even last week, I was down in the city at some point in the evening, and sometimes I actually come into the city very late at night myself, just to see what is going on, to get a sense as to whether or not the city is in fact calm, is it well policed, and so on. And these are things that I do from time to time.
Although such occurrences are rare, St. Lucia's state and justice officials are by no means immune to the threat of gun violence. A few years ago, a magistrate and her daughter were targeted by gunmen. This prompted the establishment of a dedicated security unit to protect the judiciary. Lacobinier maintains security for state and justice officials is essential, however noted some public officials do not want that extra layer of protection.
And as politicians and as people, we want to be able to interact with the people who we represent. We can't put ourselves in a house all shut away from the public. In addition to that, as National Security Minister, I've always said, if I can't walk the streets of Castries freely, then there is a problem.
As for concerns for his safety, Lacobinier gave this response.
If I get up one day and I feel, listen, I can't leave my home and come down to the city alone without a police escort, then I think it's time for me to go.
Rihani Isidore, HTS News Force.
Police in Jamaica are investigating the circumstances in which a 3-year-old shot his mother to death in the central parish of Clarendon on Saturday. The police report that the mother was sleeping when the child removed her father's gun from under a pillow. The father is a member of the police force. It is believed that the gun accidentally went off, hitting the mother in the head. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. Internationally, Hillary Clinton's campaign announcement has been met with mixed opinions and emotions in New York City. Julie Knowles reports.
Girl power, girl power.
As news of Hillary Clinton's second run for the White House begins to settle in, some women in Times Square express support.
I think she's an awesome woman with experience. She has that it that's going to make the difference. She's going to drive it home.
I think so. She's worked very hard to get to where she's at. And I believe there should be a woman president. It's time already.
But others said her window of opportunity may already be closed.
But I think in today's turmoil, I'm not sure she would be the right person to lead us.
Being a good president, the only time will tell. You know, it's like with everyone else.
Clinton's 2008 bid for the Democratic nomination was heavily criticized for conveying a sense of arrogance and entitlement. This time, she's hoping to portray herself as a more empathetic figure.
Yeah, I think that she would make a good president, yes.
And maybe we need a woman. Maybe.
According to a Reuters Ipsos tracking poll, Clinton is supported by more than 60% of Democrats.
2015 protesters are calling for harsh sentences as mining company executives go on trial over Turkey's worst ever industrial accident.
United in grief and anger, protesters gather to call for harsh sentences as mining company executives go on trial over Turkey's worst ever industrial accident. 301 people were killed last May when an underground fire sent carbon monoxide through a mine in the town of Soma. Words are not enough to express our pain, she says. I have another son. He still works underground. He goes there every day. And every day I go through the same pain. I wonder when the news will come to me. I want the mine inspector to be punished as well, he says. It's a shame. There are 4 children at home, waiting for their father. What am I going to tell them? Some of those gathered are also angry that the defendants have not been brought to the hearing. They should be brought here, he says. Why don't they bring the defendants here? Let us see them. Let us see how they defend themselves. After the disaster, mine operator Soma Holding said there had been no negligence, and the government insisted that existing safety regulations were sound. In all, 45 people are facing charges, which include killing with probable intent and criminally negligent manslaughter.
In today's weather, temperatures will reach a high of 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. We can expect partly sunny skies with a 30% chance of showers. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers. Winds will be east to northeast at 14 to 21 miles per hour with possible gusts near 32 miles per hour. Seas will continue to be moderate with heights of 1.5 meters or 5 feet. The sun will set at 6:26 p.m. today and rise at 5:57 tomorrow morning. The weather brings us to the end of ZIZ's Midday Newscast for today, Monday. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thanks for tuning in. I am your presenter, JD Keynes. Have a great afternoon.